In today's video, we're going to analyze the S&P, NASDAQ, and the Bitcoin bull runs that we are currently on. The Santa rally, in my opinion, will continue, and we're looking into what 2024 has in store for us. What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy, Hold, Sell. I hope, of course, you are all well. I am feeling really good. I've had some good news. I'm excited for 2024, and I'm excited that this Christmas season has started. Yesterday, I had my daughters play. She did phenomenally well, which was great to see. They're all in their Christmas jammies, and then we also got our Christmas lights on, the fire on for the first time of the year. Life is good. You have to enjoy precious moments with your family. That is first and foremost. Get me on BHSDMV on all the socials, on X, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, BHSDMV if you wish to see day-to-day life changing. We're posting stuff, information, and the first bit of information we posted this week was about poor old Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right-hand man. Extraordinary lifestyle, extraordinary story, career progression, and I can relate to him in so many ways. He reached partner level of a lawyer firm, and he just went, I could do more than this, and then he went out on his own, met Warren Buffett. And I mean, that's a very high level summary of a man that lived 99 years. Incredible. I watched a lot of Berkshire Hathaway's earnings calls, and them two are just absolute legends. So we're going to do a little bit of a video for him tomorrow, Monday. Just a bit of a tribute to him, and we're going to talk about his three fundamental things that I absolutely base my life on. So hit subscribe and like for that video that will be coming tomorrow. Also had the death of Shane MacGowan, an Irish legend, Pogues. Everyone will know this song around this time of the year. Let's try and see if we can get that to number one. The Discord was talking a lot about these people this week. It's just crazy how some deaths, people die every day, but there's just some deaths that leave an impression on you. So yes, rest in peace. We also had the very highly anticipated release of the Cybertruck. Unfortunately, it is not available in the UK, so I won't be driving one anytime soon. But it is available in America now for people to own. They actually did a delivery show, which I watched. We're actually being shot by the Tesla bots. These things are unbelievable. Shooting it, not a dent, not a mark. These are pretty much scratch proof. They can drive in any terrain. They're better than any type of pickup truck. The amount of storage, the space, the speed, faster than the fastest cars in the world. And the actual experiment, this is so badass by Elon Musk. He said, this is one of the fastest cars in the world. We're going to beat the fastest car. And at the end, the screenshot actually showed that the Cybertruck was pulling the friggin' car that I was competing against. Outstanding, great presentation. These things are going to be on the roads. I think at the start, I thought they were a bit hideous looking, but see the features, the state of the art, the front, the headlights. These things will turn heads. These things are going to bank Tesla and Elon Musk a hell of a lot of money. Very excited to see them being rolling out over 300 miles on every charge. 15-minute fast charge gets you 150 miles. I mean, it's the future. Really excited about that. Obviously, I am a long-term holder of Tesla and a bull on Tesla. And other things that we're talking about is the AI bubble in the Discord. We created our AI tools, all part of the Discord. These features are just changing the lives of people, and we're talking about in the Discord how you can capitalize on this for productivity, time, work, jobs, everything. It's just phenomenal. If I was waiting on a bit of a pullback for the AI plays, I've got AI plays in my long holes, the likes of Matterport, Teladoc, sort of the medical cares and the construction / state agency sort of AI plays. So I do have exposure. Tesla, obviously, as well. The Wisdom Tree Artificial Intelligence. I actually opened up a position on this in my ETF. Every month, I always just dump a load of money into long hold ETFs. Out of sight, out of mind, just constantly averaging in. This channel, you think it's all about high risk plays and swing trading. It's not. We do a mixture of everything, and I think that's the key to having success in the investment game, is not to just try one thing. We know the tried and tested method. If you just dollar cost average into the S&P, you're going to do phenomenally well. Average return of about 10% a year. This year alone, what are we up? 30, 40%. So, I mean, there's gains to be had here. Very, very easy wins. AI to me is the future. It's one of the bigger sectors. We've already been investing since we started the channel 3 odd years ago in the future. The future being lithium miners right at the forefront of EV plays, green energy, battery storage, battery recycling. All of those things we're in. AI, for me, I've done enough due diligence over the last sort of 6-12 months now. It is undoubtedly the big money. The advancements we're going to see here is going to be outstanding. You don't want to miss it. I'm just looking at what can I dollar cost average in and know that it'll do well and probably outbeat any market. And I'm looking at the AI stocks and I'm going, even with the high prices, even with maybe this bubble that we're kind of in, I'm more than content just dollar cost averaging into this and not worrying about swing trading it or trying to play it right. Just get the money in, long hold it, you know where it's going to go. Bitcoin is another play, and we're going to talk about this right now. I've been saying in my Discord, I'm waiting for this level 38 to break out and hold. You can see here that this rough level is a line. If you go way back, you know, you would probably put the line in and around these levels, touch down, broke through, you know, touch, resistance went down, bounced. You know, it's clear to see this level is definitely, in my opinion, a resistance support level. So we're going to struggle to probably break out of this level. And let's just take a step back and actually look at where we're at in terms of gains. And I was putting this in the Discord. If you go roughly back to about the 2nd of December to today's date, we are up 140% on Bitcoin. Outstanding. Can't say that I've done any more than swing trades. Some of this I should have been buying in around these levels. I'd hold my hands up. As always, hold my hands up. I thought I was waiting for about 13,000. My last buy on Bitcoin was in and around this level, 50,000. I am currently down on my long hodl, but from 50,000, I didn't buy a drop. I let it fall and just felt it was going to continually fall, which was good. Saved me, you know, I was down about 70% on that hodl position. But as I explained with the ETFs, Bitcoin is a hodl for me. Swing trades always happen, of course, but it was a hodl position. And I was down 70%. Now I'm only down about 30. It's really, really rallied. I should have just bought lower and held. At this stage of 16,000, I thought, yeah, it's going to go to 13. That's when I'm going to load up on it. And I didn't. I missed it and went up. And I thought, okay, I'll cool off. It did cool off. And then it just sort of unraveled. I really should have been buying around 20,000 and riding it up. You would have doubled your money in about 7 months, which would have been nice. But look, I am where I am. It is on my radar now, and I'm not going to miss where this is going to go. We have the halving coming up in 2024. And from these levels, just to get back up to the roughly the 70, you're still talking 65%. But I truly believe we'll see 100K this year. So you're looking at another 140%, at least a double your money scenario. So I'm not going to be too disappointed if I can pick that up over the course of the year. But this is what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on us to get up here and break through this sort of 39, 40,000 range. You've got to be careful because you could be catching the highs here. And what I'm saying about the highs is we're massively overbought. We're really in this area, but we've been in this area for, you know, a brave while, and we're up 43%. So don't be put off either when it's in these bought areas. And you could even see here, for example, and this might be what we're going to anticipate kind of happening, is that we'll just kind of go sideways. 51 days, over a month and a half, we just kind of went sideways. Nothing really happened, but look what happened here. And this is what you want to see. You want to see all these things come down. You want the indicators to catch up with the price, and that might be what happens. And I just envisage us coming up, sort of bouncing around these levels, maybe dip in a bit or something, and then push on. That is kind of loosely my prediction because of the halving coming up in 2024. It just feels like to me that's going to be the natural cycle. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. It's very much on my radar, and what you can do here is add alert on Bitcoin. I'm not going to wait for 43. I'm going to wait for about 40 and just assess it come then. So as always, the Discord members, we've already been talking about it. I told you about my alerts. We also had the Eurozone inflation sinking to 2.4%. And this is when I started talking about the Santa rally. Everything's teeing up quite nicely. We even had some negative talk from Jerome Powell. And again, share this into Discord. Fed Jerome Powell calls talks of cutting rates premature and says further hikes could happen. Fair play to them. This time last year, when I was thinking, I thought we would see a pivot this year. We've seen pausing, but we haven't seen a pivot. And they're very much sticking to their guns. They made it throughout the year. So again, you have to look at a lot of the other side of the media that really is scaremongering and you know, thinking that they're outsmarting the Fed. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of content that I read over this time last year were saying, and I'm sure they're not saying it now, holding my hands up. I was caught up in that. I believe that by the end of the year, they would pivot. They have not done that, and I've learned the lesson there. You do have to sort of take everything with a pinch of salt at times. Do you think you'll get potentially a pivot this year, obviously, at some stage? But I don't think they're going to be a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to really fall down. The good days are back. I really don't see that now. I actually think it's going to be the opposite. I think they're going to hold rates for quite a while. And inflation is going to stay higher than the Fed wants for a longer time. we're still massively up, and we're not seeing that reflected in the likes of our goods. We've talked about the war. We've talked about things that could massively impact on the oil prices and supply chains. Anything like that develops is going to go through the roof. There is ceasefires at the moment, so things are maybe going in the right direction. And as we discussed when we first talked about the Israel conflict, a month or so ago, whenever it was started, we did say very, very clearly that these conflicts unfortunately happen all the time there, and they always kind of get addressed. So again, you have to manage your risk. Just know about the risk, but don't be too fearful either. And as Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful. Last week was exactly how we talked about. We did say, and we're looking at the charts, you can see here, this was the week on end, kind of up, kind of down. Some big players, the big sort of magnificent seven, as you can see here, the Amazons, the Teslas, the Metas, the Googles, you can kind of see across those boards, and they're the big drivers of the S&P flat. You can see here up until Thursday, we were 0.5% up. Friday, it rallied, which is surprising, Fridays and all that, but it did rally. But what did you see happen? Well, you've seen what we talked about with the Bitcoin. You're looking for things to settle, catch up with it. Well, we've seen a bit of that. We've seen the RSI and the MACD crossover come down, get into more of a relaxed area. We did also see that with the likes of the RSI. It did go down a bit, so it cooled off a bit, and then it's pushed on. But I'm still slightly worried that we're massively oversold. But just like the Bitcoin, you can be in these channels for a while. Touch, touch, touch. Touch, touch, touch. And then if we zoom in on what's happened this week, we cooled off a bit, kind of touched it, and looks like we're bouncing. Now, where we're going to bounce to? Well, the next line has got to be up and around these levels, which will see us push on roughly another 3%. We did have this channel, and the target is up in and around this level, which again would be sort of further confirmation that you're likely to see the top end of this channel, which would be around here. So you're watching for that. You're watching for another 4%. 4% between now, realistically, and the end of the month would, in my opinion, count as a Santa rally. So I'm excited for that. I'm seeing a lot of that. The only thing that's a bit worrying is the fact that you are massively overbought here. And as you can see, when you're overbought, it sells off. Overbought, sells off. Overbought, sells off. Potentially overbought all around this level, but rallied, and then overbought here. It did sell off, and then it was rallied. Now, are we going to see it sort of do something like this, or these other sort of more common times, or are we going to see it sell off? Your guess is as good as mine at this stage. You have to watch carefully and know your trades. MACD is starting to cross over too. Who knows? I think it might push on for a bit. There might be a bit of a sideways week or something, but by the end of the month, I think you'll be looking at it in and around this channel. But that is just my opinion. You must, of course, do your own due diligence. Trading course is on sale. This is where you're going to learn absolutely everything as a beginner. If you're an intermediate, it doesn't matter what experience level you have, you will gain something from this course. This course is designed to teach you the art of swing trading, where you will actually get my custom buy and hold sell indicators, which will say buy and they will say sell. You will learn all the strategies to the point where you become a full-fledged swing trading. Swing trading is absolutely essential. In my opinion, if you're an investor, you need to understand the different channels and how all this kind of thing works to give yourself a fighting chance. Check the links down below for 50% off. It was a good week. Some nice positions opened as we discussed. I'm excited for this week ahead. Been very, very busy. We're going to launch our sort of swing trading watch list, which is going to be a lot of effort. I'm in the process of helping a person understand what we're going to do together, and we're going to combine our efforts to both of us produce what we believe is accurate trades that you could potentially open. Obviously, everybody just paper trades. We don't actually use real money on this channel, but that's the idea. We're going to show you the best paper trades come the new year. So we're excited for that. We're working hard to try and take all this to the next level. We will be doing live streams this week. I'm really, really going to make a conscious effort to do an ABML. We haven't talked about it in about a month. Plenty to talk about. Let's get a live stream going. Please like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. And if there's any questions, any queries, anything you want to talk about, please leave a comment down below. I really appreciate everybody that comments. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Drop us a like as well, and look forward to the Charlie Munger video tomorrow.